money I made in England altogether was $1 million.
How old
when
were you?
I was 21.
You were 21?
Yes.
You made £1 million?
Yes.
In London? Working for which company?
I was working for myself. My company was GT, Global Telecommunications and Utilities,
Wow.
and I was selling scraps. So it's not
You were
like...
working for yourself?
Yes.
In London?
Yes.
And you made $1 million?
Yes, I had
Age 21?
Yes, I had...
Today, if you go to Twitter, Cheddar, you see Cheddar. Cheddar is number 2 on trending. Messi is number 1. Cheddar is number 2 on trending, and people are talking about Cheddar. Now, in this video, I'm going to tell you why Cheddar is trending, what the reaction, what the whole conversation about is on what the conversation on Cheddar is about. They're still talking about his work, how he made money. People still don't understand. I did a video recently talking about how Cheddar made money, his assets, things he has, buildings he owns. You can go and check the video out in my 2 or 3 posts before this post. A detailed explanation of assets or buildings owned by Cheddar. Don't go anywhere. In this video, I'm going to be telling you what or why Cheddar is trending, what they are talking about. Now, people are still questioning the fact that Cheddar, they don't understand how Cheddar is making money or how Cheddar made money. Because it is believed, say, everybody, when you make money there's a particular train you follow, there's a particular channel that led to making that money. But with Cheddar, no, people are saying it's not clear, to the extent that people want to pull interviews that Cheddar has done in the past, where they asked him, say, what did he do? How did he make that money? And he said, say, he was selling eggs, he was doing this, he had a poultry, a whole lot of things. Now, apparently, no, from my little gatherings from Cheddar, or from my little investigation, I've seen that Cheddar was a businessman, somebody, or is a businessman, somebody who loves business so much. Now, Cheddar was on an interview with Bernard Able of CTTV and CTFM. And in the interview, he asked Cheddar, say, basically, like how has Cheddar made his money, or how did he make his money? And Cheddar said that, at the age of 21 years, he made £20,000 that he brought to Ghana to invest in a business. Now, Bernard Able asked him, said, £20,000 to make a business as at that time. And then he said, no, as at the age of 21, Cheddar had £1 million in his pocket.
And the place that I rented, my capital at that time was 20,000. My main capital that I had made in London from telecommunication and scraps, I had invested in Hawaii. It was £1 million. And the money I brought to Ghana is what I did the club with. But when I did the club, I made $75,000. And that $75,000 is what I used.
Oh, so you brought money from London?
20,000.
$20,000? Pounds.
And that's what I invested in renting the space and doing a nightclub, inviting people, you know.
£20,000?
Yes.
In 2002?
2002.
Well, I thought you were supposed to be...
I came in 2001, but 2002 is when I did the club.
But you're supposed to be in school, because I know you went to Accra, you went to Apam, and then you went to UK. You went to study in the
but
UK.
why would I be in school when I came
So
from
you were working in the UK?
I was working for myself.
So the first £20,000 you made, you brought it to Ghana?
It's not the first £20,000 I made. The first money I made in England altogether was $1 million.
How old were you?
I was 21.
You were 21?
Yes.
You made £1 million?
Yes.
In London? Working for which company?
I was working for myself. My company was GT, Global Telecommunications and Utilities,
Wow.
and I was selling scraps. So it's not
You were
like...
working for yourself?
Yes.
In London?
Yes.
And you made $1 million?
Yes.
Age 21?
Yes. I had my own office in Walthamstow.
Wow.
And I had 2 employees. So I've been responsible for people for a long time.
$1 million?
Yeah, pounds.
£1 million?
Pounds.
In 2001?
Yes.
That's incredible.
Well, people should really follow my track record, because, you know, I started investment at a very young age. And what happens when you invest in things? The money goes away, so you feel like you're broke again. It makes you more hungry.
And they asked him, say, how did he make this money? He said he dealt in scraps in the UK. He had his own business. He even had 2 employees. Now let me give you a breakdown of what £1 million can do. Even right now, what £1 million can do as at 2024. And this, I am saying £1 million was 2002. Was a 2001. £1 million as at that time, bro. it can change a whole nation. As at that time, it can do so many things for a country. I won't lie to you. For a country, it can do a lot. As at 2001, £1 million can do a lot for a country. Even right now, say £1 million can do a lot for a country. I'm telling you. Now, as at that time, £1 million, the guy had £1 million, and obviously, as a businessman, having £1 million, you can use to do so many businesses, you can use to do so many things and make more returns. What do I say? So, people are still questioning Cheddar. There was an interview with Cheddar and Kwame here where Kwame asked him that, how did he get to this point? Like, what? Like, everybody wants to know because everybody wants to be rich. And people are saying that Cheddar is not making the statement very clear. He says that, oh, I started a poultry, I was selling eggs, I was doing this. Now, people's questions are, how did you get money to start the eggs or the poultry? That is their question. That is what they want to know.
But how did you get here as a businessman? Yes, of course, you're determined, you've always been ambitious. What was your first business and how did it go?
It was a poultry farm. I was very young. I bought a hen and a cock and started laying eggs because I wanted eggs, and they became chickens and they became a poultry farm.
And then?
And my mom sold the chickens and eggs to pay my fees and to help me and my other brother to live. So, you know, and I did it not thinking of the business.
So if you go on Twitter, they are saying that Cheddar is not coming up front. He's not being clear to Ghanaians. He's not telling them the truth. Now, I don't think Ghanaians are trying to find a fault on Cheddar. I think on the other side that people really want to know how he made money so that they can genuinely also make money like him. That is what I think. And I believe that if you are so obsessed with how somebody is making money, what do? You follow the person. Like I'm saying, I'm not doing campaign for him. He made a statement in the interview again saying that a lot of people go into politics because of what? Most of the corrupt politicians came from a poor or a broke background. So when they got there, small thing, if you give them bottle, small thing, they will take.
Justification for corruption. Is that what you're
Partly,
saying?
but
if that was true, then only the poor will be corrupt.
No,
but in Ghana, the wealthy are also corrupt. So what are you saying?
Most of our politicians that you call corrupt politicians are people who went into the political industry broke. They just studied something and they went. You have people who
So are you saying that their brokerage is what is making them corrupt?
But of course. I mean, if you go to England, the policeman that is arresting people on the street, they have access to have a mortgage. They have access to have their own car.
Have you heard of Bernard Madoff?
No, please.
Bernard Madoff was one of the wealthiest Americans. He was involved in the biggest scandal. He was very corrupt. He was one of the wealthiest 1% of Americans. So I don't understand what you're saying.
You always have to start from the scratch. Like,
you're theory about poor people and the fact that they don't have good income.
It's not just poor people. It's value. I'm not saying poor people. When you take value from people, you force them to do the wrong things to feed the lack of valuation that has been stripped of them. But you can check this analysis. And when you go outside, the people really respect their jobs. To be a teacher, it's like a middle income person. In Ghana, to be a teacher, you can be 6 months without being paid. And you don't even know how to survive.
But the ball game, the bottom line of this is that a lot of people are saying that Cheddar, they don't understand how Cheddar made money to make money. That is what they don't understand. And as if you do good there, you for show people road. You understand? So that part of the conversation, people really want to understand how he made that £1 million to what? Do whatever he's doing or whatever he did. That £1 million was also on scraps over UK, owning his business as at that time. Because for soon, at the age of 21, how do you own your business? There's a lot involved, there's a lot. And as you know, more if you hear anything, we'll bring it to you, bring you all the updates, we'll bring you all the gist too as well. Please subscribe to the channel, turn on the post notifications, join the post that you get a notification. I'm out. Peace.